What's going on, dude and dudettes? Today I want to talk about a training technique all of you should be doing. If you're not doing them already, hopefully at the end of this video you'll be doing it as well. So this is what I call getting the body in gear. To do this, you're going to optimize your body and get it in the best position possible to drive forward any weight or pull back any weight. This is a technique that you'll see a lot of powerlifters doing, but for our purposes, we're gonna be doing this movement and this preparation for every single exercise. I just finished my exercise right before I came over here. I'm gonna get my breathing back. This is called getting the body in gear, and it's a 4-step process. I'm gonna take you guys through each and every one of them. So step 1, before you engage any weight, what you wanna do is properly get your posture ready. So gear 1, all you wanna do is roll those shoulders back. You're rolling the shoulders back, you're keeping pressure on the spine with the shoulder blades close together. This is what I call hugging the spine. Yeah. Step 2, you're gonna keep your shoulders back. We're shifting in gear 2, drop your shoulders down. So gear 1, shoulders back. Gear 2, shoulders down. Gear 3, so gear 3, what you're gonna wanna do is once you're in gear 2 and you have that pressure on the spine, you're hugging the spine, you wanna push those lats out to a comfortable position where you can still engage your shoulder blades together, keep that pressure around the spine, all right? So gear 1, pull back. Gear 2, we're gonna drop down. Gear 3, we're gonna open the lats up, all right? So gear 3 might be difficult for a lot of people if you're not used to pushing your lats out. So a thing you can do, stick your hand between your armpit and between your lat and your bicep. And you want to just practice on like just squeezing your hand. You want to crush your hand between your shoulder blades right here. Eventually, you'll get more comfortable feeling your lats get engaged as you push into it. So you don't want to just push your arm back and smash your hand into it. You want to flex your back forward too. So this is going to gear 1, shoulder back. Going to gear 2. Once you're in gear 2, I want you to practice smashing your hand into your lat and your bicep here, tricep, okay? That's gear 3. Gear 1, shoulders back. Gear 2, shoulders down. Gear 3, lats out. So at this point, this might look familiar. This might look like a Miss Physique competitor or a Classic Physique competitor. Or if you look at any powerlifting meets, you might see a lot of powerlifters do the same thing. Back is arched, lift it way up in the air, right? So this is a technique. You don't have to do it exactly like that, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I'm talking about here. But you get your body in gear 3, you'll be in the optimal position in order to drive as much force as you can, pushing the weight forward while keeping your joints healthy and safe at the same time, okay? So I mentioned that there were 4 steps and there were 4 gears. Once you get in gear 3, and gear 3 for some of you guys might be the most difficult, you want to get in gear 4. Gear 4 is super simple, but all it is flexing the core. So when you're in the 3rd position, last thing you want to do is keep the core nice and tight and squeeze the abs, right? So a lot of common mistakes that people do here, when I say squeeze the core, they end up pushing the core out and squeezing it. But what you want to do is brace the spine by pushing the belly button back in towards the spine, all right? And then you want to squeeze it here. So you don't want to be out and squeezing, pushing out, bring it back and keep that pressure right on the spine as much as you possibly can. The whole purpose of all of this is to stabilize your body and to solidify your core. Everything we do when it comes to moving our arms, legs, extremities, it takes away from our stability, all right? But if we can brace our core, we can brace the spine, then we're keeping the body in the most optimal position to drive that weight without having to worry about balance or stability or anything like that. And it can also keep your joints very safe as well, because a lot of times when people do pushing motions, pulling motions, they might end up pulling something in the back, elbow, bicep, whatever it may be. And a lot of times it could be a bunch of different factors. It could have minor tears, but it could also be poor form as well. So this is gonna help stabilize yourself and keep your form in proper position in almost every single exercise. So if you can remember these 4 steps, gear 1, shoulders back. Gear 2, shoulders down. Gear 3, lats open. And gear 4, squeeze the core. Get back towards the spine. You should feel pressure hugging that spine, like I said, from squeezing your abs and pushing the shoulder blades back together, okay? I'm gonna give you guys a couple examples on how getting your body in gear can change your entire workout. Let's get it. So we're just gonna do some seated cable rows here, and I'll show you guys how implementing 4 gears, implementing and getting your body in gear can really make a difference here, okay? So a lot of times when you see people doing cable rows, you see them just getting ready and just pulling the weight back, squeezing the shoulder blades back, right? And yes, you're still engaging the back, still working those muscles, but you're not getting the optimal use out of those muscles. Form is slightly off, taking a lot of the energy into correcting, or maybe your biceps might be pulling a lot of the weight. You might feel burning your arms way more than your shoulders, right? So what we're gonna do, All right, so we're gonna go into gear number one. We're gonna bring the shoulders back. All right, now we're providing pressure, tension between our shoulder blades around the trap. Gear number two, we're gonna drop those shoulders down. You're gonna think elbows towards the pocket. You're thinking about pushing your elbows down towards your pocket, right? While you're still keeping that pressure pulling the weight back. Gear three, I'm gonna slightly flex my back, open my lats up a little bit. Gear four, squeeze the abs. Now I'm pulling. All right, so this is reverse. We're going to reverse right here. Now we're dropping. Reverse, stretch it out, with all that lean forward. Go back into gear one, gear two, squeeze, gear three. There we go. And then we just work. Now we're working all the way through. But you want to keep that constant tension in your back and hug the spine. So here we have another example. This one might be a lot more familiar to a lot of people. Shows you guys a pulling motion, and this might make it a little bit easier for a lot of people to visualize it. The biggest thing about this is you want to focus on mind-muscle connection to keep your body safe and to make sure that you're using the muscle appropriately during every exercise. So same thing, you might see a lot of powerlifters. All I want you guys to do, shoulders back, down, get the muscle engaged, drive that weight up. The same concept as the row. You bring the shoulder back, drop those shoulders down, hug the spine, squeeze the abs, press the lats out. Keep that pressure, able to drive that weight straight up, straight down, but it also keeps your elbows from flowing too far out or tugging too far in, right? So now you're able to get most of the work done in your chest. Get lined up, gear one, gear two, gear three, squeeze the abs, gear four, drive. As long as you're locked in this position right here, you can feel the majority of that work in your chest. And that's the whole point of all this, right? When you're training, you wanna make sure that you're using your muscle in the most optimal way possible so that whenever you're working out, you're not wasting any of your energy, not wasting any of your time, and you're able to train and develop the muscle in the way that you want to train and develop that muscle. But when you break your form, whenever you break your form, don't engage that muscle before you begin to work out. You're wasting energy that you could be using on that muscle to grow by having your body correct itself or stabilize itself. So this is a training technique. If you guys haven't been using this yet, or if you guys have been using it, but maybe not have implemented all the steps that I said in this video, next time you go work out, give that a shot, see how it feels, leave a comment below. Let me know how the experience was for you guys. So I'm gonna get back to my workout, finish doing my back day. But like I said, if you guys found this video useful, like, share with a friend, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.